What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a video on how I stay organized. Please excuse my squeaky chair. It drives me nuts. I hope it doesn't drive you guys too nuts. If we've not met before, my name is Margaret. I'm 25. I live in Arizona. I love all things health and fitness. And today's video is going to be a little bit different. I wanted to share how I stay organized and a little bit about my bullet journal. Just because I'm getting a little bit of FOMO because I see everybody's 2021 bullet journal setup and I want to jump in on that. So if you're watching this video and you like this isn't usually what I post. Primarily I do workouts here on the channel. So it just to let you know that up front. If you don't know anything about me, this is your first video with me, you should know something. Right now I'm working a full-time job. So I'm working 40 hours a week. On top of that, I am teaching reformer Pilates classes in studio. And then on top of that, I've created more work for myself by creating YouTube videos and essentially teaching online. So right now I kind of have 3 jobs. So it's a lot to juggle. A lot of things are all going on at one time. And because of that, and because I know so many other people are busy like me, even if you're working from home, you probably have a lot of projects to manage. I think organization is a really important thing, and especially heading into the new year, I feel like now is the time that a lot of people are realizing maybe what they've been doing hasn't been working, maybe they want to try something new. And bullet journaling is something that a lot of people want to try in the new year. It's kind of like a New Year's thing, like setting up a new journal. It's kind of like setting up a planner. So I'm going to go through a couple of things and then I'm going to hand you over to a voiceover of me setting up my journal. So first of all, what is a bullet journal? A system that was developed by Ryder Carroll. A bullet journal is like a planner that you create on your own. You can make it however you want it. So I started bullet journaling in September of 2017 because for a long time I've been using the Erin Condren planners and I just found that I wasn't utilizing it as best I could and I needed to put more stuff down. I was writing notes in the day slots and it was messy. It's not what I wanted. So I found bullet journaling through somebody that I was watching on YouTube, set up my first bullet journal, and I have not looked back since. I'll show you guys kind of what my deal is, but I've tried a lot of different things. These are all my journals. So I've tried just bullet journaling. I've tried using planners. I've tried switching between a journal and a planner, having all my workout routines in one journal, having my bullet journal. It's been really messy. And in the past couple months, I've kind of melded really everything together and found my best version of the bullet journal. I house everything that I need in my bullet journal. So I have a calendar, I write down all of my yoga flows, all of my workout ideas, I write down just notes, I write down recommendations, everything is in my journal. I'm gonna show you an example of how I have my week set up. So I'll show you the next couple of weeks. I have it set up like this. It's literally just a little slot for each day. And then you can see over here on the edge, I have just kind of notes written down. So the really nice thing about the bullet journal is that it has blank pages. So you can use them however you want. If you wanna just take one whole page and write just brain dump thoughts, you can do that. And I think that's the beauty of just having a blank journal and setting it up in a place that, in a way that works for you. I have some months that are a lot more artistic than others. Right now, I'm literally just using my bullet journal from a functionality perspective, but I use it as a way to organize myself and as a creative outlet, because obviously you guys know I'm a little bit creative. I like to draw, I like to edit videos, I like to do it all. So for me, this is what's helped to keep me the most organized. This is where I keep my to-do list. It's where I write down where I'm teaching and at what studio, and it's where I house my video calendar. And my bullet journal goes from August to July. So I actually set mine up a while ago and I'll be about halfway through it in January. So I still have a little bit of ways to go, but those are just some touch points. Basically, a bullet journal is just a blank journal that you can create into anything that you need it to be. You can make it more structured, you can make it less structured, you can make it more of an art journal, you can make it really minimal. There are a lot of different ways that you can do it. It's basically just a catch-all planner. Helps me to stay organized. But okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna send you guys over to a voiceover. I'm gonna show you guys how I set up my bullet journal. I recorded this footage back in the beginning of quarantine, so probably about like April, May, when I was setting up my new bullet journal. So like I talked about before, my bullet journal goes from August to July. So I'm kind of in the middle of the year with my bullet journal, which is not a huge deal. A lot of people try and do obviously a regular calendar year, so January to December. But for me, my bullet journal just ends up being a little bit skewed. I've started journals in January and sometimes I don't finish them. So I end up not finishing a journal and starting a new journal when it's not the beginning of the year, which is absolutely fine. So you guys are gonna see right here in all of this footage that I'm setting up something called a future log. So that's the beginning of the bullet journal. Basically, all it is you're writing out the 12 months of the year or however many months that you have in your bullet journal. And you put the days of the month, and you can see that I have kind of a theme going. So I took a lot of inspiration from Shada Campbell. She's one of my favorite bullet journal people to watch. She is such an amazing, amazing artist. And I took a lot of inspiration from her. Her last bullet journal, she did a like birth month flower for every month. So I took a lot of inspiration from that, and I decided to do that for my new bullet journal. But as you can see, the future log, it's just a map out of the whole year, and there you can write like all of your future appointments. Because the bullet journal is blank, when you're setting up a new month, you'll refer back to this future log a lot so that you can look and you can be like, okay, these are the dates, these are the things that I have to do this month, and I'll make sure that I put this in my new setup. So you'll see me going through really just setting up the yearly log, but there are a lot of other things that are in a bullet journal. All of the different spreads are called collections. So for example, in my bullet journal, I have a future log, and then I have a grid spacing page. That's something that I think all of us in the bullet journal world, we learned from Amanda Rach Lee. She kind of put that in one of her videos and has never looked back. I've got a page for important information. I have a 26 before 26. That's kind of like my bucket list. And then I have a recommendations tab and my YouTube tracker. And then I go right into my monthly log. So I usually do a cover page for the month. Honestly, in the past couple of months, things have been so hectic that I haven't had time to sit down and like really commit to an artistic endeavor with my bullet journal, which kind of sucks because I love being able to sit there and just like zone out and do my art, like draw flowers, do whatever I want to do. I'm like really sad that I haven't had time to do that. So I'm happy I'm making this video so I can like really give appreciation to my bullet journal. I usually do like a monthly cover page, and then I'll set up like a monthly calendar so I can see all the dates, and I can fill out like my YouTube calendar. Lately, my bullet journal has been extremely bare bones, and you guys would have seen that in that flip through I did a little bit earlier. So things are really bare bones right now because I just have so much going on, and I'm so grateful to have everything going on that I do. But like I need to take notes for my yoga teacher training. I need to plan out all of my content for my YouTube videos. I'm trying to keep track of when I'm teaching in studio. So right now is a really good example of like how you can do a minimalist bullet journal. Like it's not all about being creative and painting in your bullet journal or being the best artist. Like a bullet journal is not at the core, it's like not an artistic thing. I think I'll link a lot of videos down in the description box that you guys can see kind of more of an art bullet journal and ones that I take inspiration from, but it doesn't have to be that. And I want everyone to know that when they see this video and they say, oh, I can't do bullet journaling, it's not for me, like I'm not artistic, like that's not what it is at its core. It's really just like helping you keep track of things and like setting up a planner in a way that makes the most sense to you. Because we've all been there, like we've all been there with a planner where you're using it and you're writing out the dates, but then it's like, okay, you have to write out a grocery list, or you want to jot something down to remember later. It's like, okay, where are you gonna write that? In the day, like in your day box? Or are you gonna, if you have it like laid out by the hour, are you just gonna write it in one of those slots? Like, no, that gets kind of messy. And that's the trap that I was falling into. Things felt really messy and I felt even more disorganized by like jotting down random notes in my planner because then I couldn't go back and find them later. So the bullet journal is a system that really works for me, and you can make it work for yourself too. You just kind of have to commit to having a planner that's a little bit more free flowing. And I know that can be so difficult for some people. And here we're getting a little bit of action into 2021. I haven't really set up any of my spreads yet, so we're still kind of working with it. But I'm really excited to be able to share this video. I'm so happy that you guys are here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to start your own bullet journal, even if you're not that artistic. And that's gonna be it on the bullet journal. I hope that gave you guys like a good idea of how I stay organized, what my planner looks like, if anyone was curious. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Again, I know it's different than my normal videos. We usually do workouts here on the channel, but I think bullet journaling is a part of mental health. It's a part of like general wellness. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you're into bullet journaling too. Remember, you're awesome and you can do anything that you put your mind to, and I'll see you guys in our next video.